To welcome all of you. Thanks for joining on time. We are expecting more people to join in, but there are so many people who are joining us from all parts of the world. To name few, we have people from Dubai, people who have joined us from Canada, despite the odd timings, but they are here today. I welcome you all to this very unique session of City Book Leaders. To all the people who are coming here for the first time, let me give you a gist of what we do. मैं आज्ञा चाहूँगा आपसे कि मैं आपको बता सकूं कि हम करते क्या है सिटी बुक लीडर्स में। सिटी बुक लीडर्स के माध्यम से हम लोगों को किताबों के बारे में बताते हैं, किताबों को बोल के बताते हैं, किताबों को शब्दों को हम एक जुबान देते हैं। और इसीलिए आज का सेशन हमारा बहुत खास है। Today's session, as it says, music, not the wrong pronunciation of music, but the magic of music. In this session, we will actually combine words to poetry, words to music. और जिसको हम कहेंगे कि आज हम शब्दों को संगीत के रस में पिरोएंगे। और यही सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात होगी कि हर शब्द को, जो गाने आज तक आपने सुने हैं, जो बॉलीवुड के गाने आप गुनगुनाते हैं, आप कभी उनको सीटी बजाते हैं, कभी उनको गिटार पे स्ट्रम करते हैं, हम करते हैं, आज उन सब गानों की कहानियां आपको बताई जाएंगी। और उसके लिए हमारे विशिष्ट अतिथि जो आज जिन्होंने हमारा आग्रह स्वीकार किया, मैं स्वागत करूंगा विट्ठल बालाजी का, जो कि हमारे साथ हैं, रश्मि अग्रवाल जी का, सत्या जी का और राजीव जी का, जो कि हमारे साथ हैं। आप उनको अपने स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं। अभी हमने इसको गैलरी व्यू रखा है। थोड़ी देर में हम इसको आपके लिए स्पीकर व्यू कर देंगे। आज के इस सेशन की खासियत ये है कि आपको माइक्रो टेल सुनाई जाएंगी, छोटी छोटी कहानियां सुनाई जाएंगी, और उन हर कहानी के साथ आपको कुछ संगीत भी पेश किया जाएगा। इसीलिए ये आज की जो शाम मस्तानी है, मुझे पता नहीं इस गाने के पीछे कहानी क्या है, लेकिन वो गाना आज की इस महफिल के लिए बिल्कुल दुरुस्त फरमाता है। ज्यादा वक्त जायर ना करते हुए आपका मैं स्वागत करूंगा विट्ठल बालाजी का। और उनके आने से पहले मैं उनकी तारीफ जरूर करना चाहूंगा, उनके बारे में जरूर बताना चाहूंगा आपको। हालांकि हमने सबको भेज दिया था, और ऑनलाइन में एक बड़ा फायदा हुआ है। ऑफलाइन जब हम सेशंस करते थे तो हम लोगों को कहते भाई मोबाइल साइड में रख दो, लेकिन आजकल ऑनलाइन में वो रखने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि आपके हाथ में ही मोबाइल है, आपके हाथ में ही लैपटॉप है। आप चाहें तो विट्ठल बालाजी को मुझसे ज्यादा समझ सकते हैं, उनको सर्च कर सकते हैं, लेकिन कुछ शब्द में इनके स्वागत में जरूर कहना चाहूंगा। Vittal ji is an alumnus of Jadavpur University, Kolkata. He works for Concentrix, which is a very large IT company. He shuttles between Bangalore, where he works, and Hyderabad, where his family lives. Balaji and his co-author Anirudh received the President's National Award for Best Book on Cinema for their debut book, which was R.D. Burman, The Man, The Music. मुझे लगता है आरडी साहब के साथ कुछ भी जोड़ेंगे तो उसमें एक चमत्कार तो होगा ही, और विट्ठल साहब ने और अनिरुद्ध साहब ने उसको बखूबी लिखा है। उनकी दो किताबें और हैं, एस डी बर्मन पे, और एक किताब उनकी गाता रहे मेरा दिल, जिससे मैं पिछले साल मुखातिब हुआ था। मेरे एक पुराने बॉस ने उस किताब के बारे में हमारे एक सीबीएल के सेशन में बोला था, और हमें कई ऐसी कहानियां सुनाई थी, और हमारे लिए आज सौभाग्य की बात है। विट्ठल जी का साथ देने हमारे साथ हैं आज सत्या सरन जी। आप में से अगर कोई फैशन और रिटेल के बिजनेस में रहा है तो सत्या जी को बड़े बखूबी जानता होगा। Satya ji is best known for her long association with Femina, which she edited for 12 years. एक दर्जन सालों के लिए उन्होंने उसको edit किया। Satya Saran is also the author of diverse variety of books, The Dark Side, Years with Guru Dutt, Sun Mere Bandhure, The Musical World of S.D. Burman, and very recently she wrote the book on Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia. And today she will narrate stories from these golden lives, these golden legends, and she will bring out a lot of music with that. इनका साथ देने के लिए हमारे साथ आज बहुमुखी प्रतिभा से भरी रश्मि अग्रवाल जी हमारे साथ हैं, जिनकी आवाज में एक जादू है। हमें सौभाग्य हुआ है कि हमने उनको कई सिटी बुक लीडर्स के सेशन में होस्ट किया है। और हमारे साथ आज राजीव भी हैं, राजीव प्रसन्ना, जो कि एक विशिष्ट फ्लूटिस्ट है, और अपनी बांसुरी से आज ये सबका मन मोह लेंगे। वक्त बिल्कुल जाया नहीं करूंगा, स्टेज सौंपता हूँ विट्ठल जी और रश्मि जी, आप दोनों, स्वागत है आपका।
Thank you Mohit, and thank you for inviting me here. मेरे लिखने की शुरुआत हुई थी 2007 में, when I started my writing career with Hindu Metro Plus, and then of course came the big break in July 2008 in a chance conversation with Anirudh Bhattacharya ji, जो जादवपुर यूनिवर्सिटी मेरे सीनियर थे, and we used to do Antakshari and stage shows together and music quizzes together. So as a बातों बातों में उन्होंने कहा कि I'm planning to write a book on R.D. Burman. मैंने कहा ठीक है, let me join. तो already लिख चुके थे 94 में when he started writing the book, and he had written a couple of chapters. फिर कहीं everyone is comfortable with Hindi and English. So when we speak about R.D. Burman, obviously we speak about his friends as well. I mean, we can't be speaking about R.D. Burman without speaking about his friend. And of course, he had a very special friend. Let's speak about that friend first. They first met in 1961. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, can you see me now? Okay.
We can see you as well.
Great. So when we speak about R.D. Burman, I'm going to speak about one of his very special friends. They became friends in 1961. Their professional association started in 1960. They were driving around the whole Bombay city in the car, and Pancham was playing that song to his friend, and that song got recorded very soon after that. So, Raat Bhar compose hua wo gana. I think you've guessed whom I'm talking about. I'm talking about Gulzar Saab, who was a very close friend of R.D. Burman. The setting sessions are legendary, as I said. There was one tune which Gulzar Saab wanted. He went to Pancham, and Pancham was composing that song, and he liked it. He said, Pancham, I like this tune. Now, Gauri Prashanna Majumdar was already penning the lyrics for that because it was already supposed to be an original Bangla song. So Pancham ne kaha, two birds with one stone. Bangla gana bhi ban gaya, written by Gauri Prashanna Majumdar, or Hindi gana bhi ban gaya, written by my good friend Gulzar. I think you've understood which is the song I'm talking about. Jete jete pothe holo deri. This was a Bangla song. Or Hindi गाना जो है, I would request Rashmi ji to sing it for us, please.
Good evening, namaskar, adab to all of you, all the panelists and the viewers. I'll add a little bit of disclaimer. I'm not film singing is not an area of my expertise, and Mohit had asked me to join in, so I thought of giving it a shot because we all love film songs. So here I'll start. Tere bina zindagi se koi shikwa to nahi. तेरे बिना जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी भी लेकिन जिंदगी तो नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं। काश ऐसा हो तेरे कदमों से चुन के मंजिल चले, और कहीं दूर कहीं तुम घर साथ हो, मंजिलों की कमी तो नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी से शिकवा तो नहीं, तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, तेरे बिना जिंदगी भी लेकिन जिंदगी तो नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, ये जिंदगी नहीं।
Wow. Thank you, Rashmi ji. That was wonderful. This book consists of a lot of trivia, like what I narrated just now. This is just one of them in terms of the friendship between Gulzar Sahab and Panchamda. There's one more angle to the whole R.D. Burman story. There was this, in the late 60s, there was this struggling actor, struggling to make it big in Bombay film industry, but he used to drive around in imported cars. Now, I don't know how he made it, but he did it. Then he got his big break in 1969, and within months, he went on to become India's first superstar. There was no term like that. People went crazy. You know, he used to get mobbed by women at the road crossings, and you know, the girls used to write letters to him in blood, and some of them married his photograph. I mean, he had triggered off a whole countrywide frenzy. ऐसा न किसी ने देखा था ना. I don't know whether it's even happened after that. Obviously, I think you have guessed whom I'm talking about. That is Rajesh Khanna. He was India's first superstar. Now, he did a couple of very intelligent things at the beginning of his career. He formed some very good associations on the side of music because he realized that obviously music is the vehicle which can take him forward in this industry. Some of the very important associations was the Burmans, S.D. Burman and R.D. Burman, and of course, Kishore Kumar, who practically became his voice. The association between him, R.D. Burman, and Kishore Kumar was something that took Rajesh Khanna places. In the 3 years between 1969 and 1972, even he would have admitted that Kishore Kumar and R.D. Burman had a big role to play in his entire superstardom. And about Kishore Kumar, he had a lot of respect as well. In addition to having a lot of respect for Pancham, he said that "Hum do jism ek jaan hai." Just that he can sing and I cannot. So that was what the Rajesh Khanna, Kishore Kumar, and the R.D. Burman troika was about. And I would request Rashmi ji to render something with this combination. That is Rajesh Khanna, Kishore Kumar, and R.D. Burman.
ओ मेरे दिल के चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए, ओ मेरे दिल के चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए, अपना ही साया देख के तुम जाने जहां शर्मा गए, अभी तो ये पहली मंजिल है, तुम तो अभी से घबरा गए, मेरा क्या होगा सोचो तो जरा, हाय ऐसे न आहें भरा कीजिए, ओ मेरे दिल के चैन आए मेरे दिल को दुआ कीजिए.
Thank you. R.D. Burman was the first book that we wrote, Anirudh Bhattacharya and I wrote together. And then in 2015, we released this book. It was again published by HarperCollins, edited by Shantanu Rai Chaudhuri, again, who had given us the big break with HarperCollins with the R.D. Burman book. This book was called Gata Rahe Mera Dil, 50 Classic Hindi Film Songs. This was about a representative cross-section across various genres, composers, lyricists, actors, a selection of 50 classic songs, 50 songs that we felt, Anirudh Rai felt, would be the landmark songs between 1936 and 1994. So we had to select these songs and उस गाने के पीछे कहानियां क्या हैं, we had to write those. So we had to research that. It was quite fun, but quite difficult to get the concept. But then we got the concept. We tried to do a reasonably good job of that. उसमें एक कहानी मैं आपको सुनाना चाहूँगा. एक गाना जो हमने चुना था as one of the songs in the गाता रहे मेरा दिल. Shankar of Shankar Jaikishan. His mother had passed away once. It was sometime in the late 1960s. His mother had passed away, and his partner Jackie Chan cancelled the recording as a mark of respect to the departed soul. But then Shankar said, "Ek minute, how can Jackie Chan cancel the recording? Because it is my mother who has passed away, and I'll still do the recording. I want to do the recording." So there was this recording studio. There was a big piano. Shankar ji said, "Dim the lights." So all the lights were dimmed. He said, "Bring a candle." So he lit the candle, put it on top of the piano. People thought he's mourning his mother's death. But actually what Shankar ji was doing is set the scene for the particular song that he was composing. Because it was a romantic song, a song set in the evening. An evening not in India, but in Paris. Yes, the song that was being recorded that day was a song from An Evening in Paris, one of the landmark films of Bombay. रश्मि जी, उस फिल्म का कोई यही गाना सुनाएंगे प्लीज, जो गाना रिकॉर्ड हो रहा था उस दिन?
रात के हम सफर थक के घर को चले, रात के हम सफर थक के घर को चले, झूमती आ रही है सुबह प्यार की, देख कर सामने रूप की रोशनी, फिर लुटी जा रही है सुबह प्यार की। सोने वालों को हंसकर जगाना भी है, रात के जागतों को सुलाना भी है, देती है जागने की सदा साथ ही, लोरियां गा रही है सुबह प्यार की। रात के हम सफर थक के घर को चले, झूमती आ रही है सुबह प्यार की, देख कर सामने रूप की रोशनी, फिर लुटी जा रही है सुबह प्यार की।
वाह, ब्यूटीफुल।
थैंक यू।
इसी किताब के एक और चैप्टर में चलते हैं। वन ऑफ द अदर 50 सॉन्ग्स, अनफॉर्चुनेटली योगेश गौर साहब, poet lyricist who passed into history a few weeks back, very unfortunate loss for the industry. उनसे हम मिलने गए थे, मी एंड अनिरुद्ध, और एक गाने के बारे में उन्होंने जिक्र की। No, Yogesh Saab and Salil Chaudhary Dada, composer, they were very close. Yogesh Gaur Saab was like a younger brother to Salil Dada, and they have composed lovely melodies together. That is written by Yogesh Gaur Saab and music composed by Salil Chaudhary. एक ऐसे गाना था जिसके बारे में योगेश साहब जिक्र कर रहे थे मुझसे, अनिरुद्ध से। वो कह रहे थे कि अक्सर क्या होता है कि the song is recorded first and then the sequence is shot, obviously, because how else can an actor lip sync to the lyrics? But there was a song which Yogesh Saab had written and Salil Dada had composed the music. It's about boy meets girl. It's a very simple story. It was supposed to be a big star cast directed by Basu Chatterjee, but then Basu Chatterjee figured out that bade stars ke bade terms and conditions hote nahi baba, wo nahi karna. So he took absolutely rank newcomers for the film, a very low budget film shot very quickly. And once the song was written, recorded, then Yogesh Saab realized that the song had already been picturized, reversing the norm for the reason that nobody was lip syncing to the song. The song was there in the background. But when he saw the background, when he saw the sequence being shot, when it was shot, he said, my second Antara ka jo lyrics hai, that is not fitting in well with the character of this lady, of this lead actress. So he rushed to an Irani hotel opposite the studio. He wrote there and rewrote the lyrics for the second Antara. So what you hear in the final cut of the film is not what was there originally. Now, to Basu Chatterjee, it may not have made too much of a difference, but it made a difference to Yogesh Saab because he was a poet, not just a lyricist. And the sequence is very simple. Boy loves girl. He comes with a bunch of flowers, white flowers. कुछ होता है ना वो tall, slim, white flowers. क्या कहते हैं उसे रश्मि जी?
रजनीगंधा.
जी हाँ.
हेलो.
वही गाना आपसे सुनना है.
अच्छा ठीक है. महके प्रीत पिया की मेरे अनुरागी मन में रजनीगंधा फूल तुम्हारे महके यूं ही जीवन में. हाँ यूं ही महके प्रीत पिया की मेरे अनुरागी मन में. अधिकार ये जब से साजन का हर धड़कन पर माना मैंने. अधिकार ये जब से साजन का हर धड़कन पर माना मैंने. मैं जब से उनके साथ बंधी ये भेद तभी जाना मैंने. कितना सुख है बंधन में रजनीगंधा फूल तुम्हारे महके यूं ही जीवन में. हाँ यूं ही महके प्रीत पिया की मेरे अनुरागी मन में. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Rashmi ji. Actually, I didn't want to break the secret about what the film was, Rajnigandha. So I thought, when you start singing the song, लोग समझ जाए कि कौन सी फिल्म की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. It was an amazing film. और इस गाने के बारे में लता जी ने तारीफ की थी योगेश साहब की. योगेश, आपने बहुत अच्छा लिखा है. Just to come to one more episode of गाता रहे मेरा दिल, इनके बारे में बात करते हैं. मोहम्मद ज़हूर खयाम हाशमी, whom we know as खयाम साहब. He was known to be very selective. वो सिर्फ पोएट्री और शेर, कविता, इसी पे वो गाना कंपोज करते थे, ऐसे अलग से नहीं करते थे. That's why ghazal and nazm became his forte. एक गाना था which I think is both Anirudh and I felt that should be the quintessential iconic Khayyam song that we picked for the book, based on Rag Yaman. क्योंकि शाम का वक्त था, sitting in Hyderabad, लोग टेरेस पे बैठे हुए हैं, शराब पी रहे हैं, एक लड़की बैठी हुई है who's in her virginal beauty, right? But the arrangement was on guitar and bongo with a whole lot of group violence in the interlude and giving it a very modern flavor to what was a very traditional nazm. और गाने के lyrics के बारे में आपको क्या बताऊं? It was written by a person called, whom we all know, Mir Taki Mir, who was from Agra, was born in 1723. उन्होंने एक लिखा था जो शायद हम सबको पता होगा. पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है, जाने न जाने गुल की न जाने, बाग तो सारा जाने है. जब उनके कंटेम्पोररी मिर्जा गालिब ने सुना तो उन्होंने कहा, वाह क्या लिखा है, किसने लिखा है ये? तो द पर्सन हु वाज सिंगिंग द सॉन्ग, ही सेड ये मीर तकी मीर साहब ने लिखा है. तो मीर तकी मीर साहब की तारीफ में मिर्जा गालिब ने वही उनके नाम पे एक शेर बनाया कि रीख्ता के तुम ही उस्ताद नहीं हो गालिब, वो अपने आप से कह रहे हैं, मिर्जा गालिब साहब अपने आप से कह रहे हैं, रीख्ता के तुम ही उस्ताद नहीं हो गालिब, कहते हैं अगले जमाने में कोई मीर भी था। तो वही जो है मिर्जा गालिब became a fan of Mir Taqi Mir. And this song that Khayyam Saab composed, this was from the film Bazaar. These lines that he composed around some of the lyrics of Mir Taqi Mir was part of Mir Taqi Mir's much bigger work consisting of about 13,000 verses. Let me recite you one of those. Rashmi ji will recite the rest of those. बहुत आरज़ू थी गली की तेरी, बहुत आरज़ू थी गली की तेरी, सोया से लहू में नहा कर चले। उसके बाद क्या है रश्मि जी कहेंगे।
दिखाई दिए यूं कि बेखुद किया, दिखाई दिए यूं कि बेखुद किया, हमें आपसे भी जुदा कर चले, दिखाई दिए जबी सजदा करते ही करते गई, जबी सजदा करते ही करते गई, हक बंदगी हम अदा कर चले, दिखाई दिए यूं कि बेखुद किया, हमें आपसे भी जुदा कर चले, दिखाई दिए यूं।
वाह वाह रश्मि जी, फैंटास्टिक। ये पूरा गाना एक दिन आपसे सुनूंगा जरूर।
जरूर जरूर।
अच्छा। The third book that we wrote was the book on S.D. Burman. Sach Puchiye To, it was almost a solo effort by Anirudh Bhattacharya ji. मैं भी उनके साथ में उनको assist करता रहा। You know, while we started writing the book, some people were saying, "Yeah, S.D. Burman के बारे में लिख रहे हो? I mean, is he still there? I mean, do people still remember him? Isn't he like history? उनके बारे में क्यों किताब लिख रहे हो?" तो हमने कहा कि अच्छा ठीक है, you are saying S.D. Burman is history. अब हम आपको सुनाते हैं कि हिस्ट्री क्या होता है। S.D. Burman belonged to the Manikya dynasty, which had been ruling Tripura from the 13th century. As a boy, S.D. Burman witnessed the First World War. In 1930, he sang for the Indian State Broadcasting Company, and then he was witness to the terrible Bengal famine of 1943, which killed millions of Bengalis. India won independence in 1947, but his favorite birthplace, Comilla, was given away to Bangladesh as a part of East Pakistan, not Bangladesh, which later became Bangladesh. So the story of S.D. Burman is much more than just his music. The turning points in the political and social history of Indian subcontinent ran alongside his life journey and along with his musical journey. तो जो लोग कहते हैं S.D. Burman is history, हम तो ये कहेंगे history was S.D. Burman. उनका कोई गाना सुनाएंगे रश्मि जी?
जरूर जरूर जरूर। वक्त ने किया क्या
वाह
हसीन
वाह
सितम।
वाह वाह।
ये कैफी आजमी साहब का लिखा हुआ है। वक्त ने किया क्या हसीन सितम, तुम रहे न तुम, हम रहे न हम, वक्त ने किया क्या हसीन सितम, तुम रहे न तुम, हम रहे न हम, वक्त ने किया। बेकरार दिल इस तरह मिले जिस तरह कभी हम जुदा न थे, बेकरार दिल. There's an earthquake, it seems.
There's an earthquake. Yeah, there was an earthquake.
There was an earthquake.
Yes, there was an earthquake.
Yeah.
And I think it was of decent magnitude.
Yeah, decent magnitude because it
हमें
just
दिल्ली में ही महसूस हुआ या ये कहीं और भी था आपको? मुंबई में?
It was quite a lot.
Not in Bombay.
Quite a lot.
We are safe.
Oh my God! I hope everyone is safe.
I assume so. अभी थम गया है और इंतजार
Should I continue?
विठल जी मेरे ख्याल से 1-2 मिनट और इंतजार कर लेते हैं.
जी हाँ जरूर.
We should just
I
check
hope everyone is safe.
Yeah, let's check for everyone's safety.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
We had stopped the chat, but we will open it for time being.
Sure.
So that, in case someone wants to send a message in between, everyone is safe. Continue.
Yeah.
Just give us a minute.
Sure. No. The one message I want to see is everybody safe. That's what I want to see first.
Yeah. रश्मि जी आप अगर चेक करना चाहें घर के आसपास माहौल
नहीं,
ठीक है?
It's fine now.
Achha.
It shook quite heavily, yes, as I was saying.
सब तरफ से मैसेज आ गया है, सब सेफ हैं. I think everyone is texting.
I'll continue.
I think we should continue. Thank you.
Thank God everyone is safe. Yeah.
बेकरार दिल इस तरह मिले जिस तरह कभी हम जुदा न थे, तुम भी खो गए हम भी खो गए, एक राह पर चल के 2 कदम वक्त ने किया क्या हंसी सितम, तुम रहे न तुम हम रहे न हम, वक्त ने किया. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thank you. Before signing off on this, I just want to say one thing about S.D. Burman. S.D. Burman learned his music from the wandering bowls, the boatmen, and the household servants of Comilla, where he lived, from his household servants. So his music was not just typical of him, but was almost proprietary to him. Something like what calypso music is to Harry Belafonte. Right? वो उन्हीं के जुबानी अच्छी लगती है, right? कोई और करने की कोशिश करे तो लग रहा है कोई नकल कर रहा है. There hasn't been another S.D. Burman after him, because everything was very inimical to him. It was like the salt and the mud and the water and the earth of Comilla that had sort of distilled itself into the music of S.D. Burman. और कोई और करे तो अच्छा भी नहीं लगेगा. S.D. Burman was also the last of the Bengali Bhadraloks. His son had become very modernized. His son had become like a Bombaya guy, but Burman Dada was last of the Bengali Bhadraloks. You know, the genteel Bengali who wore his roots on his sleeve, the starched dhuti Punjabi, his skin-colored pump shoes or Kolhapuri chappal. And most importantly, despite being a Mumbaiker for almost from 1944 till 1975 till he passed away, he refused to correct his heavily accented Hindi. When he used to speak Hindi, it sounded like he was speaking Bengali. Even his wife was a quintessential Bodhi. And Bengali women never call their husband by their name. For example, Shochin De Burman had this friend called Shochin Ganguly or Shochin Bhomik. And Meera Bodhi would refer to them as Bhomik and Ganguly. She would never call them Shochin because that was her husband's name. So that's how they were the typical Bengali family. He was a reluctant Mumbaiker. His career was never a stroke of luck nor a miracle. He had no patrons. He had no godfathers to guide him through his career. He needed none. It was always very clear that music is less of a career and more about devotion. I think that's the biggest thing we can learn from him and take away with all of us today. रश्मि जी, आज का आखिरी गाना in my segment
जी
and one of the last songs composed by Burman Dada.
अब तो है तुमसे हर खुशी अपनी, अब तो है तुमसे हर खुशी अपनी, तुम पे मरना है जिंदगी अपनी हो, अब तो है तुमसे हर खुशी अपनी, जब हो गया तुम पे ये दिल दीवाना, फिर चाहे जो भी कहे हमको ज़माना, कोई बनाए बातें चाहे अब जितनी हो, अब तो है तुमसे हर खुशी अपनी, तुम पे मरना है जिंदगी अपनी हो, अब तो है तुमसे हर खुशी अपनी। Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thank you.
बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Mohit.
थैंक यू वित्सल जी, थैंक यू रश्मि जी। मुझे लगता है ये एक सिग्नल था कि भूकंप भी आ गया, और मैं भूकंप के आने के बाद ये सोच रहा था कि मैं तो बीच में गाने नहीं लगा, और उसके बाद से मैंने गाना भी बंद कर दिया, क्योंकि जितना खूबसूरती से आप गाती हैं उतनी ही खूबसूरती से विठल साहब उसको सुना रहे थे। और इन चर्चाओं के
शुक्रिया मोहित, बहुत शुक्रिया।
और इन चर्चाओं के बीच में पता ही नहीं चला। और मैं आज जितने श्रोता हमारे हैं, all the listeners who are here today, let me tell everyone, this session started when I met Satya ji last year during one of the sessions where we hosted Parikshit Sahab and Amitabh Bachchan. That's where Satya ji and I we met, and when she mentioned her books, I was very curious to read all of them. Somehow ना मेरी आवाज इतनी खूबसूरत है, ना बहुत कोई रुझान था, लेकिन पिछले साल जब मैंने उस सेशन के तुरंत अगले दिन मैंने विठल बालाजी किताब के बारे में सुना, तो कुछ कनेक्ट होता है, कुछ डिवाइन कनेक्ट होता है। और उसके बाद से मैं और सत्या जी कई बार इस पे जिक्र करते रहे कि आज करेंगे, कल करेंगे, वी विल डू दिस सेशन बॉम्बे में, अभी करेंगे। बट भला हो इस लॉकडाउन का किसी बातों में तो भला है ही कि उसने हमें और करीब ले आने के लिए हमें कुछ ऐसे मंच दिए, और हम इस बात पे बड़ा फख्र महसूस करते हैं कि किताबों और गानों के जरिए आज हम इस महफिल को सजा पाए। किसी का हमसे अभी एक सवाल था कि भैया अड्डे जैसे महफिल में आपने चैट क्यों बंद की हुई है, तो मैं जवाब सबको देना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे पास जो मैसेज आया कि भाई महफिल है, महफिल की तरह एंजॉय कीजिए, आप भाई फोन वोन छोड़ दीजिए, सारी फिक्रें छोड़ दीजिए, क्योंकि अब मैं बुलाना चाहूंगा सत्या जी को और उनकी इन किताब के जिक्रों को, और साथ में है राजीव और रश्मि जी, उसको संगीत देने के लिए। सत्या जी, मंच आपका है, द स्टेज इज ऑल योर्स नाउ।
Thank you, Mohit. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm still looking at you. Yes. And you know, there are coincidences galore in my life. And my books are all part of these coincidences. One is that both Gurudutt and Jagjit Singh, whom I have written about, share, unfortunately, their death anniversary with my birthday. The second is something that is happening now, and I realized just yesterday that Rajiv Prasanna is the grandson or grandnephew of Mr. Prasanna, who taught Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji the flute, his music for the first time. And actually, you know, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, these coincidences. But thank you for having me here. And I'm going to not waste much time because we are tight to time. I'm going to talk about my book on Jagjit Singh. which I wrote after he passed away. And it was a lovely journey to discover the man's personal life, his genius, his amazing talent to not only sing, he wrote lyrics, he composed the music, he arranged it. And there is a chapter in the book where he does all this when he does Beyond Time in London, which they created for HMV. But I'm going to talk about another very popular person who was again very close to Jagjit Singh, just as he was to R.D. Burman, and that is Gulzar Sahab. And Gulzar Sahab, Pino, is not only a poet and a writer and a humorist, but he is also a filmmaker, has made some amazing films, besides writing amazing screenplays for Rishikesh Mukherjee and others. So Gulzar Sahab decided he wanted to make a TV series out of Mirza Ghalib. And he says in his interview in the book that it was absolutely clear that there would be no other person who could sing for this TV series except Jagjit Singh. So two great minds, two great talents meeting together. It should have been fine. But that composing of music with the lyrics already there from a no less a person than Ghalib took 2 years. Because they decided in the beginning that the story, the music would follow his growth into a popular poet. So they chose the songs accordingly. Some were, ghazals, and some were nazms, and some were something else. But the selection was made. Then Gulzar decided to put down his demand. He said, "Dekho, I am making a very pure series. मुझे इसमें कोई मिलावट नहीं चाहिए. तो मुझे वही इंस्ट्रूमेंट यूज करना है जो उनके टाइम पे यूज किया गया था." And Jagjit Singh went into rebellion mode. He says, मैं तो मॉडर्न इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स यूज करता हूँ, इसको म्यूजिक कैसे कहूँ मैं? तो दोनों बैठ गए हाँ अपने अपने घर में सोचते हुए कि इसको कैसे सॉल्व करें. हाउ डू वी रीच अ कॉम्प्रोमाइज? Then obviously it was Jagjit who found the solution. He thought, देखो मैं compete कर रहा हूँ with Begum Akhtar, Mehdi Hasan Sahab, all the big singers who have sung this poet. How will I make it different? I will look at him as a poet. He didn't go around the streets singing his poems. He narrated them. So I will keep it pure. I will keep it simple. And I will bring the soul of the poet into my music. And that is how he agreed to use very, very basic instruments that were used in Ghalib's time. And the songs that came out of that remained very popular. There were one or two songs in every episode, and everybody would record those songs. And then finally an LP cassette also came out, in which Gulzar Sahab allowed all the other instruments to come in. So what you would get in the market today is the doctored version to keep Jagjit Singh happy. So I will request Rashmi ji to sing a song from this wonderful, wonderful series.
Okay. Hello, Satya ji. It's great meeting you here.
Yes, and it's a pleasure listening to you. You were so beautifully
Thank you so much.
The song.
Thank you so much. I'll sing Hazaron Khwaishein.
Oh, my favorite. Yes.
हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी के हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले. हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी के हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले. बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान, लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले. बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान, लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें। निकलना खुद से आदम का सुनते आए थे, लेकिन निकलना खुद से आदम का सुनते आए थे, लेकिन बहुत बेआबरू होकर तेरे कूचे से हम निकले। बहुत बेआबरू होकर तेरे कूचे से हम निकले। हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी के हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले। Thank you.
Mohit ji, I cannot see myself on the screen for some reason. I don't know if the audience is
When
seeing.
you speak, you will
Yeah,
be
now
there.
I can, but in small. That's okay.
अच्छा. Now, once you speak, it will become a speaker. आपको अपने वहाँ पे view change करना होता, but we all can
नहीं,
see
मैं
you.
speaker view पे ही हूँ. Anyway, as long as you can see me, that's
red,
important.
right, और बहुत ही खूबसूरत देख रहे हैं हम सब आपको.
Thank you.
Can see you.
Acha. Now I'm going to talk about a very unusual album that Jagjit ji did, he created. Well, most of his music was either solo or with Chitra. He was the trailblazing person who created the couple singing together, which became a trend. We had a lot of other ghazal singers singing with their wives or with their husbands. But there was one ख्वाहिश in his mind कि मैं लता जी के साथ कुछ record करूं. And he was very close to Madan Mohan's son, Sanjeev ji. And he approached him कि संजीव मेरे लिए कुछ करोगे आप? He said, बोलो क्या करना है? He said, मुझे लता जी के साथ एक एल्बम करना है. आप पूछो ना उनसे, आप तो उनके गोदी पे खेल चुके हो, मान लेगी आपकी बात. So संजीव said, ठीक है मैं ट्राई करता हूँ. So he went to Lata. Lata said, मेरे पास टाइम किधर है? और मैं किसी और के गाने क्यों गाऊं, नॉन फिल्मी गाने क्यों गाऊं, जब मेरे पास इतने असाइनमेंट्स हैं, मैं बहुत बिजी रहती हूँ. तो ऐसे करते करते हाँ ना करते करते 2 साल निकल गए, पर जगजीत भूले नहीं. जगजीत फिर बार बार पूछते रहे. तो फिर एक दिन लता जी ने कहा गाने सुनाओ मुझे. तो she listened to some of his songs and realized there is something in this boy. Of course I admire him, but yes, these songs may suit my way of singing too. तो संजीव जी कहते हैं कि जब पहले इन दोनों मिले तो दोनों चुप रहे. ये तो कुछ डरे से. He was in awe of Lata ji, and Lata ji didn't know what to say to this young man, so they were quiet. And Sanjeev ji cracked a few jokes, and he says दोनों में बहुत sense of humor था, दोनों jokes crack करने लगे. तो ये एक पैटर्न बन गया कि हर मीटिंग के पहले हम लोग jokes crack करते थे, and we would then start the music. However, Sanjeev got transferred to London for 2 years, and this whole process slowed down because Lata ji was busy. Lata ji kept indifferent health, and Jagjit Singh did not have the gumption to go and tell her, come on, give me dates. तो ऐसे वैसे और एक काफी time निकला, and finally the record was ready. But unfortunately, it took another 2 years for that record, Sajda, to be released, because इस बीच में वो हादसा हुआ जिससे जगजीत सिंह और चित्रा सिंह कभी कभी निकल नहीं पाए, कभी भूल नहीं पाए, कभी संभल नहीं पाए, which was the death of their son Vivek. So the Singh household went quiet. Music ended for a while, for 6 months for Jagjit Singh and for Chitra ji for a long time. I am now requesting Rashmi ji to sing any song she likes from the album Sajda.
Okay. दर्द से मेरा दामन भर दे.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Allah, Allah, दर्द से मेरा दामन भर दे या अल्लाह, दर्द से मेरा दामन भर दे या अल्लाह, फिर चाहे दीवाना कर दे या अल्लाह, दर्द से मेरा दामन भर दे या अल्लाह। मैंने तुझसे चांद सितारे कब मांगे, मैंने तुझसे चांद सितारे कब मांगे, रोशन दिल बेदार नजर दे या अल्लाह, रोशन दिल बेदार नजर दे या अल्लाह, फिर चाहे दीवाना कर दे या अल्लाह, दर्द से मेरा दामन भर दे या अल्लाह।
Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We are going to now move to another favorite composer of mine. I share that with Balaji and Anirudh, S.D. Burman. My book is called Sun Mere Bandhu Re, The Musical World of S.D. Burman. And when I started writing it, I wrote it because somebody approached me and said, we are big S.D. Burman fans. We like your style of writing. Will you write this book? And we'll give you some cuttings which we have been collecting. So I said, अरे कोई homework कर चुका है तो हम लिख लेते हैं. But then I realized there were already 2 books in the market. And obviously one more was on its way, I was told. So this book is written in a very experimental style, which both Shantanu, my editor, and I kind of, we were walking on ice. डर डर के हर बार मैं उनको दिखाती थी, ये हो जाएगा, ये चलेगा. He says, करो, चल रहा है, चलने दो. So this is how I wrote this book. And because it is different, I'm going to read a little from it. But the story I want to tell you is that S.D. Burman was, of course, a prince. He was a musician. He was a singer of amazing range. In fact, in this book, Amitabh ji says कि हम सुनते थे और we realized no singer can quite get the kind of depth that he could get to his voice. The reach of his voice, the timbre of his voice was completely different. So, but he was also, as a composer, a bit quixotic. He wanted the voice to suit the song. तो एक ही फिल्म में एक ही हीरो को 4-5 आवाजों में गवाते थे वो, और नए गाने वाले की कोशिश में ढूंढ में थे वो कि किसको मैं ट्रेन करूं, किसको मैं शेप करूं, किसकी आवाज को मैं अलग ढंग से दिखाऊं. So one of the people he encouraged, he discovered literally, was Geeta Dutt, who was then Geeta Roy. So I'm going to read a little from the book, and I am now talking in S.D. Burman's voice. I got this voice because I read his autobiography, which is a very small book, which had been translated into English, and it was a very beautiful translation. You could feel the Bangla in the English. So I picked that up, and having lived in Calcutta in my young years, Calcutta never leaves you, Bengal never leaves you. So it was there. And I tried to write it in his voice. So he says, the other day, I seek new talent to find voices I can mold and shape to express what I want in my song. New voices are malleable. Each singer can be shown how to use his voice differently from others in a unique way. The other day, somebody asked me if I do not care for singers and I choose them like one would choose vegetables in the market. These are his words, okay? I'm not putting words in his mouth. Trying one or the other, I replied, of course I care for them, but I care for my song more. I must use the voice that suits the song and the scene best. Only then is the entire thing perfect. Sometimes my search pays rich dividends, other times nothing. In that girl, Geeta Roy, I have found a real treasure. What a voice she has, capable of communicating emotion at its every pitch. Even I did not imagine that the songs I gave her in Do Bhai would be such hits. A chit of a girl, what does she know of life? But she sang the songs with such feeling. The words were steeped in pathos. You could hear her world crashing, the recorders told me when she sang Mera Sundar Sapna Beet Gaya, with a catch in her voice. That catch, it came to her naturally, almost like a flaw, but it perfected the song. Even the producer had to step back and acknowledge he had erred in underestimating her vocal flexibility. True, when he first heard her, she had rough edges, but here was a diamond if there was any. I want her to sing all my songs, happy, sad, and music. Please, let's hear this beautiful song.
Okay. Mohit, can you see me? Because I also cannot see. Okay.
I can see you.
In the big screen?
Yeah, we can see you. We all can see you.
Okay. मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया, मैं प्रेम में सब कुछ हार गई, बेदर्द ज़माना जीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया, मैं प्रेम में सब कुछ हार गई, बेदर्द ज़माना जीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया। क्यों काली बदरिया छाई है, क्यों कली कली मुस्काई है, क्यों काली बदरिया छाई है, क्यों कली कली मुस्काई है, मेरी प्रेम कहानी खत्म हुई, मेरी प्रेम कहानी खत्म हुई, मेरे जीवन का संगीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया, मैं प्रेम में सब कुछ हार गई, बेदर्द ज़माना जीत गया, मेरा सुंदर सपना बीत गया।
Oh, you just drew us into that song. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, the next bit about S.D. Burman is about a song that he had to create for Guide. Now, Guide happened to be one of his most popular, films that he composed for. And there is a story about why and how he was disappointed but resigned when he didn't get the Filmfare Award for it. That's another story altogether. This is about the song मोसे छल किए जाए. And he was thrown into a quandary because विजय आनंद told him, दो गाने हैं, एक के बाद एक आएंगे, एक लता जी गाएंगी, एक रफी जी गाएंगे, और scene continues. There is no break, no dialogue, no anything in the middle. तो बनाओ आप. So I'm going to read again because it's better to read this for this book than to talk about it. He sat at his music as always, a dari on the floor, the harmonium on it, he in his white dhoti and kurta with folded legs, singing bolt upright. I should also sing bolt upright, as if for meditation. Eyes closed, mind weaving through the intricate patterns of music that resided in the worlds and worlds of his subconscious. He evoked them, asking that they nudge his creativity, and the music flowed. Everything that had to be said would be contained in the song, he told himself as he completed the tune, and the words, when they came, would embellish the mood further. He would not be disappointed. Shailendra took up where he had handed the mood. Mose chal kiye jaye, with the emphasis on kiye, coming as it did perfectly, suggesting anger, petulance, and disappointment, all in one swift stretch of the word. That was simple enough, he thought, after he created Rosie's song. But the repartee which had to follow, the mood had to be different. He toyed with a series of ragas that could set off the jinjoti he had chosen for Mose Chal Kiye Jaye. He hummed under his breath for days, walking up and down the rooms, his clothes swishing behind him like echoes as he tried to find the perfect foil for the song. It was quite by accident he stumbled upon the solution. This is now me imagining, okay? Watching a window open slowly in the breeze, he caught his own image first on one side, then the other on the pane of glass. Yes, he mused, they are saying the same thing, but saying it differently. But it is the same reflection, the same emotions reflected in both. That was it. He leapt with joy, crying out loud, startling Meera, who came running. His eyes flashing, his skin shining with the discovery. He looked half fearful, but she knew him well enough not to worry. You got the answer? She said, smiling. Of course you would. He hurried to the harmonium. Come sit by me, he said, and listen. She looked at him puzzled. It was not her habit to sit beside him when he composed. Her tasks lay elsewhere around the house. But she complied. Karta was not a man to be denied in such a mood, especially. He played the tune. This is what I have composed for Rosie, he said. And then again, this is for Dev, for Raju. The tune is the same raga, yet by changing a note here and a note there, oh, she smiled. It would work wonderfully. Only her Karta could think this way, she thought, and let him play the tune again and again in its two versions, while she sat invisible to him. Over to you, Rashmiji.
मुझसे छल किए जाए, मुझसे छल किए जाए, हाय रे हाय हाय देखो सैया बेईमान, मुझसे छल, हाँ मुझसे छल, मुझसे छल किए जाए, हाय रे हाय हाय देखो सैया बेईमान, समझा के मैं तुम्हारी धमकाया दीनी गारी, रे रे गा गा मामा पापा धनी सा सा सा, समझा के मैं तुम्हारी धमकाया दीनी गारी, और करूं भी क्या देखो मोरा जियरा, हाँ जियरा कल पाए, जियरा कल पाए, मोहे हाय हाय देखो माँ सैया बेईमान, मुझसे छल किए जाए, मुझसे छल की ये राय, हाय रे हाय हाय देखो सैया बेईमान, सैया बेईमान, सैया बेईमान. Thank you.
Lovely. Well, I think we are really running against time. I'm going to talk briefly on my next book, Breath of Gold, Hari Prasad Chaurasia. It was a wonderful challenge doing this book. Two things in this book. I'm going to only do two instead of three because I want to do Guru Dutt quickly. One is that when Hariji realized after learning from Annapurna Devi that he wanted to play the classical music more than his film music, which he had been playing for many years very successfully, making a lot of money in the process. He realized that there were two problems. One, the flute was always considered an accompanying instrument. And then his friend Shivji, Shiv Kumar Sharma, played the santoor, which was also considered accompanying instrument. But both of them had this urge to tell the world, our instruments can be center stage. They can play solo, they can play with accompanying instruments, helping them with percussion or whatever. So they went to HMV and they said, please let us compose something. HMV said no, but they continued to knock on HMV's door and finally they got a yes. So they joined up with a third person who played the bass guitar and Brijbhushan Kabra, and they started composing classical tunes in an album called The Call of the Valley, which is today still selling in England and across the world with a foreign company. And because HMV got sick of doing it. They said, we have sold too many copies, we don't want to sell these copies. They handed over the rights to an international brand and they are selling it still. Call of the Valley tells the story of a shepherd who meets his lover, his young lover, and then they feel somebody is watching them. So she runs away with a promise of meeting him in the evening. And then finally he goes through the day wondering, will it happen? He goes to the temple. So the rags change accordingly. And the story continues in a mix of these three instruments with the tabla, of course. And finally, when they meet, the pastoral Pahari takes over. And I'm going to request Rajiv ji to play Pahari for us to show the mystical quality of this beautiful composition.
Good evening,
Rajiv.
everyone. Thank you so much for having me here.
Pleasure.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah. So I'll be playing a little bit of Pahari. I can just try. So I'm just playing a small bit of Pahari.
Your modesty will be belied by your music.
I can't hear myself. Just wait for.
Okay. The second excerpt from Breath of Gold is about hero. Now, when Hariji used to be, he reached a stage when he would go into a studio, especially with someone like Lakshmikant Pyarelal, he would go into the studio and they would not tell him what to play. They would play the tune, and then they would, whenever he felt, he would signal and he would enter and play his little melody. So this was where he stood as a composer for film music. And there is this wonderful story that Mr. Subhash Ghai told me about the signature tune of Hero. He says, "Jahan bhi," Hari ji also says, "कि मैं जहाँ भी जाता हूँ, जो भी मैं बजाता हूँ, if it is not a classical, purely classical audience, they will say, वो Hero tune बजा दो." You know, so I have to play it. And that Hero tune happened because he says, I was making this story about Radha and Krishna, Radha and Jackie Shroff, and I wanted the flute because it was that kind of a film. Otherwise, I use a guitar for a younger film like Karz. So when you think of flute, he says, I thought of Hariji. I called him. He says he was a big man. He came with no pretense. He said, "Kya karna hai, mujhe batao." He listened to what Lakshmikant ji had created, and he said, had a little session with them. And then he came to Subhash Ghai and he said, "What do you want me to do?" And Subhash Ghai ji said, "My film rests with you because this is the most important part of the film." So he opened his box and he said, "I have 50 flutes. You tell me which one you want." He said, "I want a high-pitched note which talks of love, which will reach out to hearts." And so he took a flute with a high-pitched note and he just composed the tune there and then. And we're going to listen to that Hero tune, which every one of you will recognize. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this tune plays in the film many times. Father plays it, son plays it, happy times, sad times, lovely times. So it's a signature tune. The last book I'm going to talk about quickly. How much time do we have, Mohit ji?
Satya ji, we have actually stretched our time. We usually play a quiz post this, which I guess we'll have to miss out today.
Because I don't want to leave Guru Dutt out.
Certainly. So let's do this.
I'll do one story instead of two.
Please.
From Guru Dutt.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to quickly ask you as the whether you want to hear about the discovery of Wahida, or you want to hear about Sahib Bibi Ghulam and Na Jao Saiyan.
I think आपने choice देके मुझे बड़ा शक कर दिया. Sahib Bibi Ghulam.
Sahib Bibi Ghulam. Okay, Sahib Bibi Ghulam is a very controversial film because लोग कहते हैं गुरु दत्त अबरार अलवी जो उनके राइटर थे और असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर थे, बड़े गहरे दोस्त थे उनके छाँव के पीछे छुप के उन्होंने डायरेक्ट किया. पर अबरार साहब से जब मैं मिली अपने किताब लिखने 10 years with गुरु दत्त अबरार अलवी's जर्नी, उन्होंने कहा कि 40 साल 50 साल हो गए हैं, कोई मुझे अभी तक क्रेडिट देने को तैयार नहीं है और मैं प्रूव करके रहूंगा सत्या, मैं प्रूव करके रहूंगा कि मैंने ही ये फिल्म बनाया. And he gave me story after story about how Meena Kumari had to be reshot because the camera was wrong, how he didn't know how to use the right lenses, and Guru Dutt taught him, and he proved it again and again, and it's all in the book. But
hello, I cannot open my video.
Oh. Anyway, so it's only my face, it doesn't matter, listen to me. And so what happened with, where was I? So, but there was a problem during the shooting of Sahib Bibi Ghulam, that Guru Dutt wanted to shoot the songs. He had this passion to shoot songs. He had been trained as a choreographer, as a dancer. He wanted to do that himself. So he sent his assistant to the sets and he said, देखो अबरार साहब वो कहते हैं कि गाना आप बना रहे हो, न जाओ सैया, मैं भी आ जाऊं क्या? तो अबरार साहब said, no, we have decided right in the beginning कि इस मूवी का एक ही डायरेक्टर होगा, उनको गाना बनाना है बनाएंगे, ही इज द बॉस, पर मैं नहीं रहूंगा उस सेट पे, उनको आके बनाने दो. So he told V.K. Murthy, the very famous, amazing cameraman, कि आप मीना कुमारी को बेड पे ही रखो, मैंने वहीं बैठाया है उनको, रहमान उनके पास बैठे हैं, and the bed is the symbol of her thwarted sexual desires, which she has not been able to fulfill. So don't let her leave that bed. और बाकी उनको जो करना है करो, मैं जा रहा हूँ. और वो जाके अपने कमरे में जाके बैठ गए. गाना की शूटिंग हो गई और शूटिंग खत्म होने से जरा पहले वो आके उनसे असिस्टेंट ने कहा, आप आके देखो गाना कहाँ खत्म हो रहा है, आपको तो अगला शॉट निकालना है उसी में से. तो उन्होंने कहा, ना मैं नहीं आऊंगा, उनसे बोलो जहां खत्म करना है, जैसे खत्म करना है, शॉट खत्म करे, मैं वहां से उसे उठा लूंगा कैसे भी. तो उन्होंने गुरुदत्त ने खत्म किया, बोले जब गुरुदत्त वहां से निकलेंगे तभी मैं अपना पैर वहां रखूंगा स्टूडियो में. तो वही बात हुई, गुरुदत्त निकल गए और अबरार साहब पहुंच गए. और अबरार साहब ने देखा कि सेट वैसे की वैसे है और गाना खत्म हो गया है. तो उन्होंने वीके मूर्ति बोले, वो जब कहती है मैं यही जीऊंगी यही मरूंगी, वो नीचे बैठी है रहमान साहब के कदमों पे ऊपर देखते हुए. उन्होंने कहा, पर तुमने बेड से उनको हटा दिया? बोले, मैं क्या करूं, उन्होंने सिग्नल किया मीना जी को उठने, मीना जी उठ गई, तो मेरा कैमरा पीछे पीछे चला गया. अब वो डायरेक्टर है, मैं कौन हूँ बोलने वाला, मैं तो सिनेमाटोग्राफर हूँ. तो मैंने खाली खींच लिया फोटो फिल्म. तो अबरार साहब कहते हैं ठीक है. तो उन्होंने सोचा कि अगर मैं नया शॉट लेने जाऊं तो रात निकल जाएगी, शेड्यूल के लिए खत्म होने के लिए 1 घंटा ही बाकी है, इसमें लाइटिंग वाइटिंग बदलने का टाइम नहीं है. उन्होंने मूर्ति से पूछा, वो रहमान जी चप्पल पहने थे कि नंगे पैर थे? बोले वो नंगे पैर. अच्छा ठीक है, तो चप्पल को उठाओ और बिल्कुल दरवाजे के पास रख दो. और कैमरामैन से बोला कि आप वहीं से टिल्ट करो ऊपर, और रहमान को से कहा गया कि आप चप्पल की ओर चलने लगो. So he said, you tilt the camera on his feet and let us show him walking, putting on the shoes, then tilt up to show his face, and then वो चिढ़ के कहेंगे कि कौन सी नई बात हो गई, हर हिंदू नारी का धर्म है कि पति के घर में आ गई है तो यही जिएगी यही मरेगी, और वहां से कट. और अबरार साहब ने मुझे कहा, फिल्म देखो, किसी से भी बोलो फिल्म देखें. और उन दिनों तो डिजिटल एडिटिंग नहीं था, यू हैड टू कट एंड पेस्ट. बोले मैं चैलेंज देता हूँ कि कोई भी बताए कि इस फिल्म को, इस सीन को 2 लोगों ने शूट किया, मैं चैलेंज देता हूँ, नहीं बता पाओ. तो हम ये गाना सुनते हैं. अनफॉर्चुनेटली सीन नहीं देख सकते हैं तो चैलेंज नहीं ले सकते हैं, पर गाना सुनेंगे. रश्मि जी.
I'm sorry, बीच में इंटरनेट का कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया था, so my this meeting got disconnected. So now I'm again back. I think I missed out on a couple of
The song is
stories.
the Na Jao Saiya.
Na Jao Saiya. Okay. न जाओ सैया छुड़ा के बैया, कसम तुम्हारी मैं रो पड़ूंगी रो पड़ूंगी. न जाओ सैया छुड़ा के बैया, कसम तुम्हारी मैं रो पड़ूंगी रो पड़ूंगी, मचल रहा है सुहाग मेरा, जो तुम न होगे तो क्या करूंगी, क्या करूंगी। न जाओ सैया छुड़ा के बैया, कसम तुम्हारी मैं रो पड़ूंगी, रो पड़ूंगी। ये बिखरी जुल्फे, ये खिलता कजरा, ये महकी चुनरी, ये मन की मदिरा, ये सब तुम्हारे लिए है प्रीतम। मैं आज तुमको न जाने दूंगी, जाने न दूंगी। न जाओ सैया छुड़ा के बैया, कसम तुम्हारी मैं रो पड़ूंगी, रो पड़ूंगी। थैंक यू।
कसम तुम्हारी आपने हमें रुला ही दिया। बहुत ही सुंदर, बहुत ही सुंदर।
बहुत शुक्रिया।
अच्छा मोहित जी, last chance, you want to know how Guru Wahida was discovered because of a buffalo or next time?
मैं बिल्कुल जानना चाहूंगा सत्या जी, लेकिन समय की आज पाबंदी हमें बिल्कुल अलाउ नहीं
तो ठीक है, अगले बार कभी सुना देंगे आप।
लेकिन एक किस्से और कहानी और अभी ना जाओ छोड़ के, ये हम हमेशा याद रखेंगे। मैं इल्तिजा करूंगा राजीव विठल जी से अपने अपने वीडियोस ऑन कर लें, और वक्त आ गया है सबको आभार देने का। हम अक्सर अंत में एक क्विज करते हैं, लेकिन आज क्योंकि समय का वाकई अभाव है, आज हम ओवरस्ट्रेच
एक या दो क्वेश्चन कर लीजिए, है 2 मिनट लगेंगे।
मैं बिल्कुल कर सकता सत्या जी, लेकिन मेरी खुद की भी एक दूसरी कॉल है, तो मैं आज के लिए माफी चाहूंगा, यकीन मानिए। और बहुत खूबसूरत रहा आज का ये शाम, क्योंकि पता ही नहीं चला आपके किस्से, गानों और मौसीकी और स्याही को जो आप लोगों ने मिलाया, इससे खूबसूरत और कोई शाम नहीं हो सकती। आज हमें सरीखे बड़े हमारे खास मेहमानों ने ज्वाइन किया था, जिनके कई लोगों के मैसेज मेरे पास आए हैं, और मैं आज सबसे माफी भी चाहूंगा। लेकिन ये माफी नहीं है, ये एक जिसे कहते हैं कि जरूरत है कि आज हमने एक नया एक्सपेरिमेंट किया मौसीकी, स्याही, शब्दों और गाने को मिलाने का, और बहुत बढ़िया रहा। मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा सत्या जी का, मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा विठल साहब का, जिन्होंने इस पूरी शाम को सजाने में मदद की। और सबसे खास बात, सत्या जी और मैं किस फॉर्मेट पे सोच रहे थे और हमने किस नए फॉर्मेट को ढूंढा। हमारे ऑफलाइन सेशंस में हम हमेशा एक सेशन म्यूजिक का जरूर रखते थे, किताबों के साथ उसके मेडिटेशन के लिए बड़ा जरूरी है कि हम मौसीकी, गाने और संगीत को भी अपने साथ रखें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रश्मि जी आपका इस महफिल में और जान डाल देने के लिए, हमेशा के जैसे। और राजीव, आपसे मिलकर बहुत अच्छा लगा, कमाल था, बहुत मजा आया। और हीरो की वो धुन सुन के वो जैकी श्रॉफ की बाइक
बहुत ही सुंदर बजाया। हाँ,
और
बहुत सुंदर बजाया।
को याद करते हुए मैं आप सबसे इजाजत दूंगा। मैं भी अपनी बाइक पे धू करके उड़ना चाहूंगा। मेरी भी राधा के लिए मुझे दूध और तरकारी लेने जाना है। तो आप सबका बहुत बहुत आभार। जितने भी श्रोता आज हमें सुन रहे हैं, आज के लिए माफी, आज हम क्विज नहीं कर पाएंगे, लेकिन अपने सवाल जरूर भेजिएगा हमारी ईमेल पे। और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अभी 5 तारीख से लेके 11 तारीख तक हम कुछ बड़े नायाब से सेशन कर रहे हैं, आप सबका स्वागत है, ज्वाइन कीजिए उसमें। Thanks a lot for joining in.
Thank you everybody.
Thanks for calling us.
Thank
you everybody. There's no time to thank you individually,
Thank
but
you everyone,
hats off
and
to
thanks
everyone.
Mohit for having me.
Thanks Mohit for calling us.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you audience for listening.
जाते हम एक
Yes,
चला देते
thank
हैं।
you audience.
आप जब लीव करना चाहें, you can all leave, but we will just play some of the sessions that we are doing, and the session is over as of now. So feel free to leave at your will. ये पर्दे के पीछे की